Most people believe that the ego is their enemy, that it needs to be eliminated, silenced, destroyed. This narrative has gained strength in pop culture, on social media, in self-help speeches that demonize the ego as the root of all suffering. But what if this view is fundamentally misguided? What if the real problem is not the ego itself, but a corrupted version of it, shaped by rejection, shame, and the desperate need to be accepted in a world that values appearance more than authenticity? Carl Gustav Jung, one of the greatest names in depth psychology, was emphatic in stating, "The ego is necessary. It is the conscious structure of our identity. It is what allows us to say, 'I am,' and build a narrative of who we are in the world. Without the ego, there is no consciousness. The problem arises when this ego ceases to fulfill its original function, being an ambassador of the self, and transforms into a tyrant that rules the personality with an iron fist, obsessed with control, image, and external validation. In this state, the individual does not live. They play a role. They perform a character to please others, to fit in, to protect themselves. And this constant performance has a devastating cost: chronic emotional fatigue, a sense of emptiness, identity crises, self-sabotage, and a deep disconnection from one's own essence. Jung called this phenomenon ego inflation, a state in which consciousness identifies in a pathological way with the masks it has created, losing contact with the more authentic parts of being. Worse still, this inflated ego does not operate alone. It acts through complexes, unconscious psychic structures laden with emotions that hijack the personality in specific situations. This is why an apparently mature person can act like a resentful child in the face of criticism, or a confident professional can become a tyrant when their authority is questioned. It is the ego complexes taking control, distorting perceptions, manipulating reactions, and sabotaging relationships and opportunities. What Jung proposed then was not the destruction of the ego, but its transformation.